So the big reveal in Anime War episode 13 was the fusion of OMNI GOGETAMA. Goku, Vegeta, and Saitama all fused so that they would have the OMNI energy, but they would have resistance to dark siphoning. Now, in order to get this model down correct, I redrew so many different concepts of what his outfit would look like and what he would look like. This is the one that I ultimately landed on, and I think it turned out pretty cool. There was a lot of concepts and images that I never showed you guys that didn't make it to the final episode. So here in this video, we're actually going to draw out some OMNI GOGETAMA with a brand new tablet that XP Pen just sent me. This is not a sponsored video, they just sent me this tablet for an unbiased review. What's going on, guys? Mastar here. Today we got something special. Our friends over at XP Pen sent me this bad boy. Oh my god, I can't even fit it on the screen. The Artist 24 Pro. This is a Quad HD monitor. Higher resolution on the tablets means we're gonna have way more surface area to actually physically draw on. Not only is the tablet itself larger, but because the resolution is higher, you're able to shrink the size of the application so you just have this massive surface area to draw on. I've been using this for a few days now, and it is amazing, like by far their best tablet to date. Now, as you guys know, I love XP Pen. It's my favorite tablet company. Out of all the tablets I've ever tried, XP Pen by far, in my opinion, has been the best. But the main question is, can it go up against a Wacom Cintiq, which is the industry standard? Now, this tablet costs $900, but the Wacom Cintiq can cost between $2,000 and over $3,000. Now, in terms of dials, the express key, the glass, everything about it, I think is premium quality. I really like it. Some people have a little bit of issues with the touch buttons on the top, but I don't think it's a big deal. I actually like it. Those buttons don't get stuck and they don't get in the way. I think it could use a little bit of help in the color grading scheme. Like the Adobe RGB is not that flushed out, so Wacom probably has the advantage there. If like having the most premium color is that important to you, which it might be for a lot of artists, then you might want to consider that, but it's not like you're just staring at black and white. I mean, it's still a pretty vivid screen. The responsiveness is really nice as well. Just it's super easy and simple to just draw on as soon as you tap the pen. There might be just the slightest amount of lag, but it's barely even noticeable. In fact, I feel like with this new Quad HD monitor, they've upgraded a lot of the hardware inside, and it feels far more premium than even the 22-inch E and R Pro that I've been using for the last 2 years. So now this is definitely going to be my main daily driver that I'm using for animating and for drawing and sketching. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's almost like too good. It's hard to describe. Like going from the 22-inch Pro to this, there's so much surface area, meaning the distance for your hand has to travel more, obviously, to make similar strokes, but you're able to get more accuracy, you're able to see more, and you're able to actually zoom the screen out so you can see the whole map of what you're working on and easily be able to sketch out and get all the proportions correct. Whereas with smaller monitors, you're working on just a very tiny surface space, and it can actually get very annoying at times because you can only work on a tiny little piece at a time. But with a monitor of this size, you're actually able to work on the entire piece as a whole without zooming in and out, and you can see everything very clearly. So I actually love having a monitor this size. I mean, it's fantastic, but it definitely takes a little bit of getting used to because you're not just drawing on basically the size of a sheet of paper anymore. You're basically drawing on a poster, and that's pretty much the size of this thing. It's almost the size of a poster sitting on your desk. Now, should you buy this tablet if you're an artist or an animator? If you're just getting started out in animation or art, you probably don't need a $900 tablet. I mean, at first you really want to know if this is something that you want to pursue. Art and animation are life journeys. They don't just happen overnight. It's just a continually learning process that people spend their entire lives on. So if you want to get into something like that and you want to invest $900 into an amazing tablet like this, first at least know if this is what you want to do. Like, you could probably start out on just a very inexpensive non-display tablet and see if you like it. Now, if you're a company like Disney or an actual animation studio, you probably want the most premium products for your artists and animators. And in that case, I still think this is a very viable option. If you're working on, like, you know, Marvel movies and stuff, you probably want to get the Cintiq. But I think that for any professional, if your job is art and animation, you definitely want to take a look at this tablet. I mean, For me, specifically for making YouTube videos, I think it's above and beyond. I'm really happy that I got this very large desk from Costco because this thing takes up a lot of space, but boy does it look pretty. I feel like they added like a little bit more weight to the pen, which has always been one of my criticisms of XP Pen. Just like a very slight modification, a little bit more weight. It's very smooth in the hand, it's very comfortable to draw with, and the glass screen, I always take off the reflective film because I feel like my pen nib can get stuck in it sometimes and it can scratch, so I always take that off and I just like drawing on the glass, so it's very smooth and slippery. That may be something that takes some getting used to, but some of the other tablets have a more grainy kind of rough texture to the glass, so it feels more like drawing on paper. So if you like drawing on glass, this is definitely going to be good for you. If you like drawing on the grainy side, maybe do not take off the reflective film. The express keys and the wheels obviously come in tremendously. The thing I love about it is these keys and the wheels are integrated directly into the actual monitor, so there's no remote control or anything like that. They're always going to be there and they're always going to be ready for you to use. You have 20 express keys, so you can bind everything from filling to erasing to saving, deleting, undo, so much. I actually put undo on my pen. That's one thing I love about these pens. There's two buttons right here, and I assign this button click to Control Z, and it's a lifesaver if you're a digital artist. The entry-level drawing tablets that you'll see on Amazon are usually about $400 to $500. So spending twice that much, is it worth it? I would have to say yes. I feel like this thing is gonna last me for years to come. And I've just spent the last few days just literally playing with this thing, drawing and animating and just having fun with it. It's definitely a learning curve being so big, but I absolutely love it. I think you can get done on this tablet anything that you can do on a Cintiq. But you know, if you're one of those people who's gotta have the top of the line, everything, you know where to look. So that's my review of the XP Pen 24 Pro, an absolutely monster of a tablet. It's fantastic, the hardware is great, and I'm in love with this thing. It's just so much fun to draw on. If you guys are interested in buying one of these tablets, I'll have a link down in the description. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys on the next video.